What do you do when you start running out of options for your protests and to get whatever idiotic message across because you're on the losing side of democracy? What do you do? Do you go enjoy your weekend? Do you congratulate Trump for freeing the hostages from the Gaza, Palestine, Hamas war, Israeli war? No, you don't do that. You do the opposite. You hold No Kings Rally or Protest 2.0. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Gen X Army Vet here with a video coming from YouTube. I got my Mariners jersey on today. Hopefully they win Game 5. They got their ass stomped yesterday against the Blue Jays. They're both tied up 2-2. So we'll see what happens today. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
Millions are expected to come out for another round of No Kings rallies across the country this weekend, speaking out against the Trump administration's policies right now. Fox 13's Sean Chidnes joins us from the newsroom with details on marches happening here in our area. Sean?
You mean the policies that are working? Because he freed the hostages. You guys protested for the past 2 years. He did that. Now what? Silent. He's cleaning up the streets with the fentanyl and the illegal immigrants that are here from all around the world. He's fixing that stuff that we voted for. Well, most of us voted for. I have no complaints. He's doing everything, getting everything done. He's sending money to colleges. He's providing aid. He's saving money. He saved money with Doge. I don't have any issues. So why protest this man? This man is doing a good job. Like I said, he's been the president that I've ever known in my lifetime since I've been voting. So, well, I have that great of a pick of the litter when it comes to presidents. I have Bill Clinton, Obama, Baby Bush, and Biden, and now Trump. So, but still, compared to all of those guys, Trump is still getting it done. So let's get to this video.
John, good morning. Organizers for a second No Kings protest say they're expecting thousands to participate in what they say will be a peaceful event at the Capitol in Olympia. We know there are several rallies planned around the Puget Sound area, as well as across the nation this weekend, following up on the first protest earlier this year. So that was the scene at UW's Red Square back in June, one of multiple protests that day, happening the same day as a military parade organized in Washington, D.C. by President Trump. Seattle police said at the time, tens of thousands of peaceful protesters came out and used their voice. There were multiple rallies on that day around our area as well, part of a national demonstration critical of the president and his policies. This weekend will once again be a protest of the Trump administration. Organizers say his increasingly authoritarian moves and attacks on Americans' constitutional rights are key concerns. But supporters of the president, including the Speaker of the House, have criticized the event.
What constitutional rights? I'm not understanding. I don't get that. You have the freedom of speech. You're doing that. As long as you do it peacefully, without issues, I don't see any problem with it. So what constitutional right? Are you talking about the rights that illegal immigrants don't have because they come over here illegally? They're criminals. Picking them up, sending them back to where they came from. You talking about that? That's the only thing they could pretty much argue with right now. But it's not even an argument because they're not citizens. They commit a crime to come to the country. So why not kick them out?
Criticize the event even before it happens.
They're playing games with real people's lives. The theory we have right now, they have a Hate America rally that's scheduled for October 18th on the National Mall. It's all the pro-Hamas wing and the Antifa people. They're all coming out.
And Speaker Mike Johnson went on to say that Democrats are purposefully letting the government shutdown continue until after this Saturday's event.
Yep.
Organizers of the No Kings rally have said nonviolent action is a core principle of their event, and they are committed to keeping all members of the community safe. Some events do mention they will also have local groups advocating for climate action, immigrants who are detained, and Palestinian causes, they will be joining that rally.
You hear that? He said immigrants that are detained. They always conflate them. There's immigrants, yeah, the people who are here legally, that, you know, naturalized, became citizens here, no issues. Then there's the illegal ones. It's like they always try to group them together to make it sound like it's more impactful, when it's not. You know, we're not dumb. You know, conservatives can see straight through that shit. Because a lot of conservatives are immigrants. The legal immigrants. They came here, did their bid, did their time, paid their dues, and became citizens. They know there's a difference between them and illegal immigrants. So let me go back to where you said it again.
Causes, they will be joining that rally. Multiple groups advocating for climate action, immigrants who are detained, and Palestinian causes, they will be joining that rally. Multiple No Kings protests in our area are all scheduled to start around noon this Saturday. Live in the newsroom, Sean Chitness.
Yeah, it's one is scheduled, like the main one's going to be right where I'm at. Well, close to it, the Seattle Center. Starts at 12, goes to like 4 or 5. And people come together, they waste all their money on these dumbass signs, and after they're done, they just leave them all over the place, making the Seattle Center look like shit, like they did this past June. But you know, it's like when you have nothing else to freaking argue about, just, let's argue about climate change, and let's argue about the immigrants, because Trump's winning and he's cleaning up everything and he's taking all our options away to protest because he keeps on getting things done, and we stupidly voted for the wrong horse in the last race. But whatever. Hopefully my Mariners do good today. Let me know what you got to say in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's get this conversation started. You know, I'm all about talking, communicating with people. I don't care which side of the aisle you're from. Preferably you be from my side, the right side. But if you're not, hey, I got no hate towards you. Let's talk. Let's talk about it. Like Charlie said, let's talk about it. We can hold civil discourse down in the comment section. But until then, I'll catch you next video. Peace.